Wow, guys, you know what? LearnDash has done it again. So this time there's an achievements add-on, which is, you know what, it really blew my mind because as I create my online courses, one of the key elements that was missing was the ability to award points as people are going through my courses. And this was a real challenge for me. I've tried third-party plugins and all of that, but it didn't really work very well for me. So the way LearnDash has done it is pretty fascinating. I'm really excited to show you this add-on. And if you decide to, of course, purchase LearnDash, the link to that is in the video description below. I'm going to go through the process of setting it all up, why you need it, and also the best practices that I use for my website, which perhaps you can use in yours as well. So I don't want to talk too much. Let's dive in and let me show you how to set up these achievements and also the leaderboard for your online students. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to install LearnDash and make sure you install the latest version. So in my case here, I've gone ahead and installed it, as you can see here. I've also gone ahead and created the courses. So if I come over here to courses, you can see here that I have these 4 courses. So that's great. So for our feature to show, we need to go to the add-ons. So let me go to the add-ons now and show you how you can add the achievements. So over here, I'm going to click on add-ons and we can see here LearnDash achievements. All I have to do is to click on install now and then activate the plugin. Great. So my LearnDash achievement plugin has been installed. The next step now is to create a page where we can show the achievements and also the leaderboard. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, how I usually do it is I create it on a dashboard page, but in your case, you can show this on any page that you want. So let's go ahead and create that page. So over here on pages, I have a page which I created called dashboard. So let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to open this in a new tab. So all this page has is the profile, and of course, the courses that are assigned to this user. Okay, so I want to make some space here for the leaderboard and the achievements, for the achievements to show, and also set up the achievements to decide when people should get the points and also what sort of icons go with those specific points. So once you install your plugin and activate it, you're going to see this entry here called achievements. So I'm just going to click here on achievements, and this is where we get to set our achievements. So first of all, you want to click here on add new achievement. So I'm going to click here to add one. So what I find really fascinating here is there are so many options here you can set for your triggers and also the points that you can set up here as we go through. So let me go ahead now and add my first achievement. So here I'm going to say login. So the reason why I'm adding a login is, let's say someone goes back to your website and logs in to encourage them. You want to give them some points. So this is what we're going to do in this first achievement. Okay, so let's continue with this. So I've labeled it achievements. You can also add a message here. And this message also can be great because it tells the user why they're getting that achievement. Okay, so I'm just going to add some dummy text in here like that. And then it's time now to choose our trigger. Now notice what happens when I click on this drop down. There are so many ways to set up all our points and triggers. So for this one here, I'm going to say user logs in. Okay. And you can decide here how many points you want to give them. So I'm going to go with, say, 5 points. Occurrences. Now, if you're not sure what occurrences means, or if you're using this, all you need to do is to click on this question mark, and this will tell you what this means. So the maximum number of occurrences the achievement will be given for, if you enter 0, it's for unlimited. So which means that someone can log in so many times and they will be getting these points. But if you want it to just happen once, then you can just specify over here. Okay, so pretty much I think I'm happy with this. So for this description here, you can name this whatever you want. You can just say, oh, thank you for logging in. You've just earned yourself 5 points. So now that I have that, you can then publish it. But now it doesn't just end there, because we also want to have a badge that goes along with it. So we have some default badges here, but you can also download your own badges that you can use here instead of these. But to be honest, I really like these badges. I really find that they're very, very nice, well designed, and they can work really well for what we're trying to do here. So this is going to be my badge. And once I've selected that, I can hit publish. Now I can also choose other triggers. So you don't want to just have points for someone just logging in. You can also award points for someone that completes a course, and these can be higher points. So let's go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to come back over here, go to achievements, and then I'm going to say you completed a course. And then for the description, I'm going to say congratulations. So there we go. So for this one here, I'm going to say congratulations on completing your course. You've just earned 100 points. So now check this out. On the trigger here, you can decide which course it is. So you can go here and say, okay, enrolls, completes a course. So when you come over here to complete a course, this can be a specific course. Now these courses here will only show if you already created them. So they won't show up if, of course, you haven't created the courses. Now, what I usually do is on a website that has so many courses, I think you should just award the points to anyone that completes any course on the site. Otherwise, you're going to be going in and awarding courses or points for each and every course. So this can be too many achievements, but it's okay. How you set it up is really flexible with LearnDash achievements. But as you can see here, it is very easy to set up. You can go into a specific lesson, a specific course, or in fact, let me show you on the drop down here. So let's choose course A for this, okay? And the points are going to be 100. And I want this to only occur once. So when they complete the course once, that's when they get the 100 points. Excellent. So now I'm going to hit publish. Okay, so we also need to select our image. I know I keep forgetting that. So for this, I'm going to add a different icon. Let's go with this one here. Excellent. So I'm going to publish that. Okay, so let's create another one here. And this one here is for someone that completes a lesson. And then here for the description, I'm just going to say you've just earned, say, 5 points. Okay, so now for the trigger, we're going to come over here. Now for this, I want to choose complete a lesson. Here we go. So user completes a lesson. Go ahead and select that. And then I can either choose the course here. So I'm going to go for all courses and then all lessons. Okay, so it doesn't matter which lesson you complete. They will get that point. I'm going to set this to 5. Publish. And I also need to set the icon. And I know I forgot again. So I'm going to come back over here. And this time I'm going to go with, let's go for this one here for completing a lesson. Okay, so I know you're eager to want to see what happens now on the leaderboard and also on the profile as you start earning these points. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to come back over here to my achievements because we need the short code. So I'm going to come over here to short codes, and here is the short code for the achievements. So I'm going to copy here the achievements, and then I'm just going to open a new tab here and enable the visual builder. Now this can work in Divi, Elementor. It can work pretty much with any page builder as long as it supports shortcodes. This is going to work really well, and you can also use this with Gutenberg. Okay, LearnDash is really flexible like that. Okay, so now that we have our builder open, I'm going to go in now and start adding my content. So I'm going to click on this plus button, add a single column. Now in here, we're going to add a text module. Let's select that. And I'm going to say my achievements. This is going to be the title. So we're going to make this bold. In fact, we're going to make this heading 2. Great. So we also need another module here. So let's add it as a text module. And this time I'm going to add my shortcode. So this shortcode is going to display the achievements. I'm going to save that. And I'm just going to stylize this just to make it different. So I'm going to go to the background, just add a hint of a color here. So that's a bit too bright. So let's bring this down a little bit like that. And then I'm also going to give this some spacing. Now you don't really have to do this because this is more on the design side, but this is just so that everything looks nice. And then on the border here, I'm just going to give this some rounded corners like that. And I'm pretty happy with this. So what I'm going to do now is to make sure that this is above, okay, because we need to be able to see the achievements as soon as our user logs in. Okay, so now that I have this all set, I am going to now save this and exit the visual builder. So right now there's nothing here. I don't have any points. Nothing is going on. So let's simulate and see what would happen if we go in and we start interacting with our website and see what messages that we get when we trigger the settings. All right, but before I do that, I also need to set up the leaderboard. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to copy this shortcode. And then back over here, I'm going to go into my column structure and set it this way. And then here, I'm going to add a text module. And this is where my leaderboard is going to be. So that's my shortcode. And I can just give this a title of a leaderboard. Set this to heading 3. I'm going to save that. So now that we have all the elements that we need, it's time now to test and see if this is going to work. Okay, so we know we set it up for logging in. We also set it up for completing a lesson. So I want you to look here and see what happens when I complete a lesson. So let's go to our course here. And this is, and this could be on any course. So I'm going to come over here to course A and view the course. Okay, so now I can go to my lesson. So I'm going to go to lesson 1. Okay, so here we go. So let's say I watch the video, I read all that, and I mark this as complete. Do you see what happens here at the top? In fact, let me get rid of this. Now over here at the top, you can see here it says you completed a lesson. You've just earned 5 points. Now this is pretty cool. You can also set this up to how many seconds you want it to show. But if you click on it, it just disappears. And again, if you mark this as complete, let's just assume that we have a lesson here. There we go. We've just earned 5 points. And let's do this for lesson 2 as well. Mark as complete. Right, so I think now I have about 15 points. So let's go to our leaderboard and see if that is working. And here it is. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so you can see here, these are my achievements. And I have Mac admin here with 15 points, which is really cool. Now, you may want to also go in and design this to make it much better, aesthetics wise. But as you can see, things are really working well. Now, there's also one big achievement here, and that is when I complete a lesson, it will give me that 100 points. So let's take a look here and see how that works. Okay, so back over here on my site, I'm just going to continue here and go to lesson 4, and I'm going to mark this as complete. There we go. So I'm getting my notifications here. Move on to lesson 5. Mark as complete. Okay, so now look at this. It shows me now that I've completed a course and I've also completed a lesson, which means I should have more points right here. So I'm going to refresh this page now and check this out. I now have 125. And look, I've got the crown here. And if you hover over it, it also tells you that you've completed a course or completed a lesson, which is fantastic. So the more you get these, the better. And this works for every user when they log onto their website, into their dashboard or their main area that you've set it up on. They will be able to see all the achievements. And if you prefer to have a leaderboard, you can have a leaderboard so you can see who is ranking and how they are ranking. Now, the reason why this is important is because on an online course website or on a learning environment, sometimes we are motivated by achievements or progress. So this is the best way to have this added onto your website. And I highly recommend that you add this on your website so that your users or your visitors are really excited about this. Now, if I tell you right now, I set this up on my own production website on Funnels to Income, and a lot of people are using it. In fact, there's a few people there that have thousands of points, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so guys, anyway, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.